Coming up on the October edition of Catawba Communities, our school segment this month takes us to the Catawba Rosenwald Education Center, and Dana Kaminsky talks to retiring Hickory City Councilman Bruce Meisner. It's an all-new Catawba Communities, and it starts now.
We are continuing with our tour of schools in Catawba County, and in October we are really happy to be at Catawba Rosenwald School, which is located in the town of Catawba but serves more students than you might think. And I'm really pleased that Shannon Clemons, who is the principal at Catawba Rosenwald Schools, joined us this month. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for being here.
First of all, tell me, this is in the Catawba County School District, but you have students from all over, don't you?
Yes, we serve all of Catawba County schools, all of the middle schools and high schools. We have two programs on our campus, Catawba Rosenwald School and Project Esteem, and both are alternative programs for students who haven't been successful in the regular program. And so we have the opportunity to serve all of Catawba County to help students.
About how large would you say is your faculty and your student body?
We have approximately 40 staff, and that includes our teachers, teacher assistants, student services, which includes our social worker, school counselor and nurse. We also have a reading specialist on our campus, and we serve about 80 students. However, our program is expanding. We now serve middle school in our Project Esteem program, and by the end of the school year we'll be expanding our Project Esteem program even more to serve more of Catawba County.
All right, tell us, if you would, a little bit about how those two programs work, Catawba Rosenwald and Project Esteem.
Catawba Rosenwald is a program that is a public separate EC school. All of our students come to us by way of an IEP, and we serve those students who have had difficulty in the regular school program. Project Esteem is the county's alternative program, and we also serve students who've had difficulty in the regular school population. One thing that we find, and I think it's everywhere, is that there's sometimes students aren't successful in the regular school day, and so we need an alternative, something else to help them be successful, and this is the opportunity for them.
Just for those who may not realize what the acronyms are, you said EC, I'm assuming that means educationally challenged?
Exceptional children.
Okay, all right, and what about IEP?
That's an individualized education plan.
So each student that you get has had someone working with them individually.
Most certainly.
They decided that what's here is good for them.
Is good for them, a different environment. All of our classrooms are smaller, so they get more one-on-one opportunities with teachers. And we focus on helping students figure out why there have been difficulties and help them figure out how we change that and challenge them to do things differently, help them learn to make better decisions. A lot of our students may return to their regular school program, and if they do, we want them to be ready to be successful in that environment.
Now, just about every school we've been to has both contributions from the community and tries to contribute to the community nearby. Tell us some ways that that's happening here at Rosenwald.
We are very fortunate with our community partners. We have partnered with the Sherrills Ford Rotary, with the Catawba Valley Rotary. We also have the United Methodist Missional Network, which is a network of 12 churches in our area, and the pastors have adopted our school and have done tremendous things. Actually, this year they just helped us start a backpack program for all of our students. So every student once a week gets to take food home to help with their families. We know it's a need in the area, and so they've helped us to do that. With our partnerships, we're able to provide some field trips for students, some experiences that they may not have otherwise. We also partner with the United Way. We receive funds from the United Way each year, and we are excited about the opportunities that affords us to have for students.
Shannon Clemons, thanks so much for spending some time with us and also giving us a little bit of a tour around the school today.
Most certainly.
If you'd like to know more about what's happening at Catawba Rosenwald School, go to the Catawba County School website. That's catawbaschools.net, and then there's a drop-down menu, and among those choices you can choose Catawba Rosenwald and go to their website. Very attractive. Find out a whole lot more about what's happening at this school.
Here at this desk, a lot of decisions are made for the City of Hickory by Hickory City Council. And there's an integral person who's been a part of many of those decisions since 1983, and that is Councilman Bruce Meisner. Thank you for being with us, Bruce.
Thank you, Dana.
Well, tell us, so you are retiring in November from City Council, and you have been a part of the City of Hickory and making decisions for the City of Hickory for a very long time. So tell us a little bit about some of those major things you've seen for the City of Hickory over those years.
Sure, and just kind of looking around, talking about major accomplishments and things that I've maybe impacted, I happened to look and see my nameplate. I've saved the city on name tags for council people because they haven't had to take
You're right.
new name tags.
That's very true. Mm-hmm.
So
that's great.
That's been very much
We
an
appreciate
accomplishment of mine. We've had some very contentious issues here at the council. Certainly Lowe's Hardware was one, Bell Hollow was one, the widening of 127. Lowe's Hardware was probably, I was really involved in that. I did a lot of background work, talked to fire because it was very passionate. So I got really involved in that. Did a lot of background work, like I said, and yeah, that was, and you know, we were a vote away from that not happening, and that impacted probably $15 million worth of economic development in that 2-block area. So that was big. 127 widening. We were really worried about how the impact of the 4-lane road was going to be through the historic district. We added new historic lights, we planted trees, and I really think that that's certainly hasn't affected adversely any property values going through there, and it looks real well. So I think we've had some contentious things, but we've had some real growth periods, and accomplishments, I have to give it to the citizens of Hickory. In 1988, the citizens passed the water bond, and we have, Tuesday night I asked Chuck Hansen, the Public Works, we have a water capacity of 32 million gallons, and we're right now using 12 to 13 million gallons. So we've got potential for way into the 2050s.
Which is great. You all have set that up to bring more economic development to the city because of that.
And we're now a regional water issue. And I've served with 19 council members, and I remember Glenn Hilton, the late Glenn Hilton, was a very good friend of mine, and he told me that don't ever forget the golden rule. And his purpose in that, he said, Bruce, water is gold, and he who has the gold rules. And so that's kind of been my mantra. My 32 years is to keep the city, and it keeps our citizens' rates down too, our water rates down. Also, the citizens came through this past year on their economic development and transportation bonds. Definitely. And we'll see the fruits of that labor probably over the next 10, 15 years. And
we're looking forward to that. Speaking of that, so talk to the future. Now that you're going to be leaving City Council and you're going to be living as a citizen, as you have been, but what do you see the outlook for Hickory, and what would you like to see being left for Hickory for the future? Well,
I think we had, I think the Lake Hickory was dammed in the 20s, and it's taken almost 100 years for us to say, hey, we got this great resource here. Why don't we take advantage of it? So with what the Lackeys project is doing at Geithner Park, and then we're connecting that with 321 with waterways, gateways, beautiful lighted brick walkways over the lake, around the lake. I think it's really going to enhance Hickory. Development, certainly, 127 is continually be developed, Springs Road. We've got our business park. And the outlook's really be what the great work that the Meglock and the Neals and Johnny Moretz have done to the mills.
Yes, what a great district area.
Oh, it's a wonderful area, and it's right at the entranceway to Lenoir-Rhine College. Certainly, Lenoir-Rhine College is,
University.
University. I go back to my days there. Has had a great impact, and they have been flourishing as a city of Hickory.
They have. I think we're very fortunate to have that great partnership with Lenoir-Rhine University, as well as the people who have come in and wanted to develop those mills. We've seen some great transformations happening, and I think thanks to you and City Council, we're going to continue to see that happening with these bonds and the things that we're doing. So we appreciate all the things that you've done for us. It's been a wonderful 30-some years, right?
Yes, it has.
And now hopefully you'll get to enjoy your retirement.
I will. I'm excited about that. I've got a big stake here. My mother's here. My daughter and son-in-law are here, 2 granddaughters here, so I've got a big stake here.
I'm sure you'll stay busy.
I will.
Well, we hope to see you back here at City Council in the future and being inputting as a citizen on the other side now.
I will. Thank you, Dana,
Bruce.
very much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.